Hi everyone, this is Shantae, aka Shanteezy on Twitter and Instagram, or just simply Shantae. So I'm here with the Labor Day edition of my show called Shantae's Analysis. You can catch it weeknights, 10:30 at on Instagram, or you can subscribe to the YouTube channel to see it uploaded, or you can tune into this on the after show. That's what I call it. So here we are, right? So I'm going to get into the coronavirus because the coronavirus is important, and that's why we're home, why we're doing this, while we're in school, while we're at work. Everything's our new normal. It's going to be like this for the rest of the year, probably into the middle of next year. So that's what's going to happen, hypothetically. But globally, we are at 27,249,308 cases of COVID-19 in the whole entire world. So that's 27,249,308 cases. And the death toll on the global stage is at 890,971. The U.S. Cases, we are a fifth of those cases. We are at 6,300,075, with the death toll at 189,182. And these numbers come from the Johns Hopkins website, by the way, coronavirus.jhu.edu. So I'm just going to type this up in here again, just to, coronavirus.jhu.edu for more sources for the COVID map, right? Okay. So on the U.S. only, because I'm focused on it because it's still the weekend. It's the Labor Day edition. California has now 742,476, with a death toll at 13,761. Texas has 666,126, and their death toll is 13,758. Florida is at 648,261 cases of COVID-19, with a death toll at 11,870. New York, which was the once epicenter of all of this madness, is now at 444,751, with the death toll still the highest death toll due to our peak, which was back in late March through early April, is at 32,600. Georgia has 267,238 cases of COVID, with the death toll at 5,907. Illinois has 253,611, with the death toll at 8,417. Arizona has 205,971 cases of COVID, with the death toll at 5,219. New Jersey is 196,173 cases of COVID-19, with the death toll the second highest due to that big peak at 15,991. North Carolina has 178,212, with the death toll at 2,920. And Tennessee rounds up that top 10 with 162,531 cases of COVID, with the death toll at 1,845. Keep in mind the stats of the United States population. We are 328.2 million. China, which has about 90,000 cases, has 1.393 billion people. So, like I said, it's a bit disconnect on states and countries. Well, countries on cohesiveness of leadership. That's what I was looking for. The U.S., because we operate under the 10th Amendment, which Republicans believe it should be states' rights. That's a Republican mentality. I don't know why Donald Trump adapted that. Whatever. So now states are operating under their jurisdiction, and the country is not cohesively following a national strategy, because there is no national strategy. Somebody said this Tadarius Joseph guy saying that, Donald Trump try to stop it, but the Democrats, no. Donald Trump knew about this virus since the beginning of this year, and he has downplayed it time and time again. There are clips. I think I should pull one of them up just to give people clarification on how Donald Trump has downplayed this virus. time and time and time again. Hey, my friend from British Columbia. So here we go.
It will go away. Stay calm. It will go away. A lot of people think that goes away in April with the heat, as the heat comes in. Typically, that will go away in April. We're in great shape there. You treat this like a flu. 15 people. Out of billions of people. Yeah. 15 people. Yeah. They're getting better. And soon they're all going to be better. Hopefully, it's going to disappear. One day, it's like a miracle. It will disappear. Now, the Democrats are politicizing the coronavirus. You know that, right? Coronavirus. And this is their new hoax. So, healthy people, if you're healthy, you will probably go through a process and you'll be fine. You take a solid flu vaccine, you don't think that would have an impact or much of an impact on corona? No. Probably not.
President, is it safe or appropriate to be holding rallies during a public health crisis like this?
I think it's very safe, yeah. I think it's very safe. Things are going very well, as you see. Do you believe it's inevitable that the coronavirus will spread across the country? No, I don't think that's inevitable at all.
We have a report today, the global death rate at 3.4%.
Well, I think the 3.4% is really a false number. Now, this is just my hunch. Personally, I would say the number is way under 1%. At this moment, we think we have it very much in hand. It's going to all work out. Everybody has to be calm. It's all going to work out. It will end. People have to remain calm. Be calm. It's really working out, and a lot of good things are going to happen.
What do you say to Americans who are concerned that you're not taking this seriously enough, and that some of your statements don't match what your health experts are saying?
That's CNN, fake news. This is just a temporary moment of time. We're in great shape compared to other places. We are in really good shape. And 5 million within a month, I doubt we'll need anywhere near that. As of this moment, we have 50 deaths, which is a lot of good decisions were made, or that number could be many times that. But it's something that we have tremendous control over.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your response to this crisis?
I'd rate it a 10. I think we've done a great job. We're going to defeat the invisible enemy. I think we're going to do it even faster than we thought. And it will be a complete victory. It'll be a total victory. People get better. I mean, most people are getting better. Most, by far, the people, you get better.
Is it possible that your impulse to put a positive spin on things may be giving Americans a false sense of hope?
No, I don't think so. Many doctors, and I've read many doctors, they can't believe the great job that we've done. Doing it the way we're doing it is much better. It's really much better. America will again and soon be open for business. Very soon, near the end of our historic battle with the invisible enemy. I think it's ridiculous. We don't have to do it. A lot of those states could go back right now, and they probably will. This is going to go away.
Without a vaccine, sir, why do you think the virus will just be gone?
It's going to go. It's going to leave. It's going to be gone. It's going to be eradicated. But with or without a vaccine, it's going to pass. This virus is going to disappear. It's a question of when. This is going to go away without a vaccine. We have met the moment. And we have prevailed. It'll go away at some point. It'll go away. We stop testing right now. We have very few cases, if any. I always say, even without it, it goes away. The numbers are very minuscule compared to what it was. It's dying out. I think that at some point, that's going to sort of just disappear.
So, folks, that was 4 minutes of what the whole entire fuck. This man has downplayed this virus time and time again. Can I read this stat one more time? 27,249,308 cases around the world, according to the Johns Hopkins website. The U.S. case numbers, 6,300,075 as of today. It's the month we've been dealing with the coronavirus, technically, when he declared it as a national emergency. It's been here since what? In January of this year? The strand that's from New York came here from Europe because COVID-19 was already, besides Asia, was already in Europe, was already in Africa before it came to the United States. California, Washington, and Oregon, their states are towards the Pacific Ocean and the countries in the Pacific, including China. New York, where I reside, born and raised, still live here, and New Jersey, our strand came from Europe, which is the east. We're on the east, where the Atlantic Ocean is. It came here. Europeans did not know it was severe for them, and some of their leaders are terrible. And we have no plan. Like, have none. None at all. Folks, this is what we're dealing with. So when people say, oh, he tried to stop it, no. You heard 4 minutes. You can check out Now's This. I have the receipt and the plan. And he did throw away, he dismantled the pandemic response team that was in the National Security Council. He shelved the 69 playbook. He also shelved the CDC actual plan to reopen the country safely. So this man is doing everything to kill us. Like I said in one of my videos today, and I said one of my earlier live streams, which is going to be posted on YouTube after this. You either pick the men that's going to risk our democracy and human life altogether, or pick the team that will actually listen to you, even if you're a dumbass. Because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris both got the patience of Job. I particularly don't have the patience of Job. I don't. I'm going to be real. And George Bush even warned about a pandemic happening. So both him and President Obama have warned about a pandemic coming. And it was the same Joe Biden that Donald Trump calls him Sleepy Joe. It's the same one who actually saved us from 2 pandemics that could have went global. Like, let's be real, folks. Let's be real. Like, I hate this administration so much, and not just saying because I'm a Democrat. There was Republican administrations I didn't care for, but it was conducted a lot better than this. This here is worse than Nixon. And I wasn't born during Nixon. I was actually born during the Reagan era. And he was not a friend to nobody. But shit. I mean, it was some level of modesty in there. Some. But he couldn't handle a pandemic neither because it was the AIDS crisis that happened under him. 89,000 lives died from the AIDS crisis. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. So, once again, it's not looking good and the situation is not going to get better. In his press conference today, though, I only watched a little bit of it. I couldn't stomach all the lies. I normally have a tight stomach for it, but today just wasn't a day. I had a lot of homework to do, still doing a project. I'm working on a project, so yeah. Really, he makes Bush look like Jesus Christ in his all self, and I shouldn't even say that. And yeah, this is reality. Trump has failed and continues to fail on coronavirus. While other countries have shut down their country, even China. He blames China for all this, but China has 1.393 billion people, and they just went through their second wave as of June, according to Time.com. That's all I'm saying. So, Trump's press conference. Here we are. One of the things he got wrong is claiming the unemployment has plunged dramatically. fell to 8%. Well, it went actually down 2 points from 10% to 8%. Still, according to Bloomberg Economics, Black unemployment rate is still at 13%. It's still the highest. And yet England is still getting hit again with the coronavirus. I talked to someone that got families, a family member. He has family members in England. So yeah. And I think Hispanic unemployment rate is at 10%. The white people are benefiting from the coronavirus. Yeah. But they're risking their own health. They're wearing no mask, being a super spreader to everybody. And all roads do lead to Putin. You're absolutely correct, Paul. He also claims that Biden presided over the worst, slowest, weakest economic recovery since the Great Depression. Let's stop right there. President Obama and Joseph Robinette Biden, his vice president, under the African-American president, actually saved us from crashing, the economic system crashing, including the stock market, our credit rating, brought up our credit rating, because the country does have a credit rating. Like individuals got a credit rating. According to Moody's, our credit rating was in the negatives. You could look at Moody's. It's a data analytic company. Go look at Moody's.com. Shit was low. Let's see. The auto industry was about to tank. China could have had our auto industry. Let's see. People were losing their homes, left to motherfucking right. And yes, he living in the La La Land, not even in Manhattan, La La Land, with the schizophrenics. And no shade to to people in the mental institution. Even they have more common sense than Donald Trump. Okay, so, but yeah, I could tell you a lot of things. There was no health care at the time. There was 32 million Americans uninsured before the Obama and Biden administration. Let's see. He tried to come up with a comprehensive immigration reform, but you know there was some Democrats and mostly Republicans that was like, no, this is amnesty. But it was all right when Reagan and Bush did it, right? Yeah. Let's see else. The education system, he made it more rigorous. Even though the Common Core was hard, but he made it more rigorous to the point where we could compete with China. Yeah. The STEM program. Yeah. America eating healthy, clean energy, the Paris and Climate Accord. We were at least getting to be the most respected country because we had President Obama was just a smooth guy. The only one that seemed like they had an issue with him was Putin. And of course, some leaders in the Middle East. And even we try to get them on one accord in Iran, the Iran nuclear deal, which Donald Trump has threw that shit in the garbage because conservatives was like, oh, we're giving them too much money, blah, 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 blah. And look, Iran is trying to hack our motherfucking election, along with China and, of course, Russia. So who's the stupid motherfuckers now? So once again, the Obama legacy led us to greatness. And the best vice president at that time and to date who was running for president was Joe Biden. Al Gore and Joe Biden was some bomb-ass vice presidents the time I seen them. They were some good-ass vice presidents. They stood by their leader, whether they agreed or disagreed with them. They stood by them. I was telling that to my mom. Stood right by their side. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So Donald Trump may want to shut the fuck up on the Obama and Biden legacy, especially when it comes to about saying don't come out your mouth. Also, he said that the fatality rate has fallen, which I already dragged him about the coronavirus. And he said that Biden and Harris will destroy the country and she needs to apologize about the vaccine comment. First of all, I'm taking that motherfucking vaccine. Not under this man. He will kill us all. As I said yesterday, he will kill us all. And yes, Canadians is like, what the fuck? I know Justin is like Prime Minister Justin saying, what the fuck? Looking at him like he fucking stupid. And I'm pretty sure Justin missed President Obama. All these other world leaders miss President Obama. Because they hate him so much. Angela Merkel can't even fucking stand his ass. I'm pretty sure Boris Johnson can't even stand his ass. For real, I agree with you. I agree with you. Hell has nothing is coming into my body. That's right. Praise the Lord. That's a sermon. That's a word. One sentence is a word. Because I ain't taking that motherfucking vaccine. I told my father I'm not taking that vaccine. So I'm not taking that shit either. We just gotta do stuff to protect ourselves. Your mask, wash your hands, and keep your distance from people. You can have virtual parties, do something, go outside, draw, write, whatever you do, study. I'm studying for school, doing other things, exercising, cook, learn new recipes, stuff you can do. You can do things. Because I have a feeling we're going to have a second wave because it's a pandemic. That's what pandemics are for, and that's what's going to happen. Just saying. Now, I have wrote in my list of things. I want to get at this Liz Murr. Here we go with this hoe. Oh, let me read your thing. If he steals the voting, the other countries better be let to vote. Absolutely. Absolutely, I agree. I was thinking about Canada, but I don't know, I do miss my family. That's all I'm saying. We can't handle the flu because we have Donald Trump. And 50% of the white people that voted for him are going to vote for him again. So that's a fact. But let me tear into Liz. Liz Murr is the Republican strategist, a libertarian who worked for failed presidential campaigns and worked for some senatorial campaigns. I'm going to read what she said. No, let me read what she said the night before. Let's see. Trying to find. Yep, it's time to drag Liz. Elizabeth, that's her name. Because I looked her up. And her name is Elizabeth. Because I thought it was like Liza or something. But nope, it's Elizabeth. Elizabeth is right. There we go. So let's read this. She said the night before, on Saturday, I may not vote for Biden and Harris, but I continue to be unimpressed by Kamala Harris. I don't believe she's ready for prime time. I think she can be ready to be president, but if the time comes, but Joe Biden should have picked someone else. And then I'm just going to say she doesn't feel comfortable being herself, who she really is, as opposed to who thinks voters want her to be. She continues to fall into the trap of saying attention-grabbing, controversial things in an irresponsible way that doesn't seem able to follow through. And then she compared her to Sarah Palin and saying, needless to say, we're not in Sarah Palin territory, but in some ways we have the opposite problem. Palin totally knew who she was, but it wasn't just repelling to a lot of lower 48 Americans. Harris seemed to not know who she is or able to authentically convey it. Yeah, I said the same thing. What the fuck? Harris clearly consumes a shit ton of information and has far greater basic knowledge relevant to the totality of the presidency than Palin did at the same stage. But that doesn't mean she's doing smart things with the info she has, opposed to trying to please many people. So that was Saturday. So today, she said this. No, I'm going to read the retweet that she retweeted. Asked by Bo News Now if he take a COVID vaccine before the election. Joe Biden said, want to see what scientists said. Biden then added, if I could get a vaccine tomorrow, I'll do it. If it costs me the election, I'll do it. So here, Liz, this is the correct messaging. No, excuse me. This is the correct messaging, not playing to anti-vaxxers like Kamala. Stiff hair ass Liz. Elizabeth Murr, who worked for Scott Walker's, I don't know what kind of campaign she worked for. Let's look her up on the internet because I'm so sick of this bitch. And by the way, her face looked anorexic. And I don't like to get on people's looks. She served as an online director at the 2008 Republican National Committee. I believe she worked for John McCain. Then she created in 2015 Make America Awesome Super PAC as a vehicle to attack Donald Trump. Okay, I guess she didn't like him. She worked for U.S. politicians like Rand Paul, Scott Walker, Rick Perry, Carly Fiorina, and Roy Blunt. All the worst Republicans that she can absolutely work for. And then I believe she worked for Scott Walker's on steroids or slow walking ass presidential campaign. So, yeah, Liz. So now you ain't got no job now, Liz. So Liz, as I said yesterday, I do resumes. If this reached you, girl, you could just hit me up and I could just revamp your resume because I'm in the process of revamping mine. I got to add my graduate school education on there. So Liz, you need to keep Kamala Harris's name out your motherfucking mouth. Because obviously, you want to be her. You comparing her to Sarah Palin? Sarah fucking Palin, the worst Republican vice presidential nominee ever? She was worse than Paul Ryan. She made John McCain's campaign look like Republicans on acid or on coke. Liz or Elizabeth, whatever you want to be, I don't understand why you have Kamala's name out your fucking in your fucking mouth. Liz, if you need a job, all you gotta do is send your resume in and say you want to work for either CNN, One American News, Fox, The Blaze, write for a fucking paper, work for a senatorial campaign. I have somebody that only. But I'm just saying is, Liz, also MSNBC, if you need a job, you need something to do, Get off of Kamala's back, girl. Stop fucking saying shit, and you know you're gonna get dragged by the K-Hive. Let's be real. Let's be real. Elizabeth! Oh, Liz. Cut this shit. Please. For Christ's sakes. But enough dragging Elizabeth. So, I posted a video about Candace Owens versus Cardi B's beef. And of course, you can always look at Candace's page or Cardi's page. And I had some online harassment on YouTube, so I had to take the video down off of YouTube, but it's still up on my Twitter. And YouTube basically, pretty much, some people on YouTube basically harass me, racially harass me to no end, saying that Candace actually dragged her. No, I'm going to read the whole exchange, you know, just to make sure that we're all on the same damn page. So, here we are. So Candace says, I'm almost 6 months pregnant and had to rip Cardi B a new WAP. Watch here.
Oh, what is up, Instagram? I'm going live on Instagram. This is the second time I've ever gone live on Instagram, but I just felt like I really wanted to clear the air on this Cardi B nonsense. So first and foremost, Cardi, I watched your story and it sounds very funny. First off, I'm saying it's funny because it's just ridiculous to me that you even take anything that I said as offensive when I'm telling you the truth. And I think if anything, you're only upset because people are telling you on Twitter that you got dragged, because you did get dragged, because you are uneducated when it comes to politics. That's first things first. I was not, I'm sure Ben Shapiro was not, we were not meaning to attack you. We're just simply telling the truth, which is the fact that Joe Biden did not spend the whole year in his basement to come up because he's a big Cardi B fan and sit down with you. He thinks you're an idiot. And, you know, I just am encouraging you to stop proving him right when you say ridiculous things like, I had to sit down with Joe Biden because my sister got attacked by a Trump supporter, Santa Claus, making it seem like...
Now, if you guys read the Elle article, and the Elle magazine is out on Sans, Cardi B didn't say that. So let's find Cardi B's interview, shall we? Where's the damn video? Can't even find the goddamn interview, but if you read the interview, it's pretty damn good. And she did not get dragged on the internet. If anything, Cardi dragged your ass. And Cardi's actually very smart. Cardi actually went to college. Cardi went to not Bronx Community College. I think Cardi went to BMCC, if I'm not mistaken. I think she went to school in Manhattan, downtown on Chambers Street. Because she talked about how she had to use the Metro card to get on the train and she didn't have food and it sounded like she didn't have McDonald's and she lucky to have McDonald's. Oh, no, she didn't? But she did went to school, though. And I remember her going to school. She said when she was going to college at the time, she couldn't afford to eat. She couldn't afford to eat. I know she went to community college. I know that. So, thank you for correcting me. But she did went to community college. But I just saw this thing right here. So, I guess she said to the wet pussy comment. So, your baby singing whap, whap, whap. There's some wet ass. Get a New York of the Dragon. But, yeah, so to all those Candace Owens haters, because I might post a video later and put it just on my Twitter, you can suck it. My imaginary dick. Because your queen don't know policy. Candace don't know politics a damn self. She can't communicate policy. When you hear her talk, it's nothing straight up rhetoric, like right-wing conservatism versus actual Republicans that actually talk about actual real policy, like globalism, government, limited government. That's a Republican thing. Family values, abortion, school choice. I never heard these fucking words coming out of Candace's mouth ever. And anything that come out of Candace's mouth, it was pretty much, you know, the left this, the left that, the left this, the left that, self-reliance, the left this, the left that. It was never about policy. And some of these far leftists giving her the fucking time of day, you some stupid motherfuckers too. Like Roland Martin said on his show, she does not know policy at all. Not a damn thing. Nata. Nothing, man. Not a motherfucking thing. That bitch don't know shit. So, Candace, as I said in my video yesterday, be a better person for your child coming into this world. I didn't want to drag you yesterday, but you're starting fights with someone that's actually a good mom, who you can actually learn how to be a great mom. Cardi's child is not dirty, not disgusting, not nasty. She doesn't parade her child in public all the time. What she does on entertainment, what she does for entertainment, when we don't know about her private life. But we do know she's a good mom. Her child ain't dirty. It's not abused. No bruises. Candace, you're about to bring a whole child into this world. I think you want to focus on building more of a future with your family instead of attacking people like Cardi and lying in your Instagram TV saying that Ben Shapiro and I didn't mean anything. No, you fucking meant something. You wanted to stir something up and Cardi B just came for you. Talking about she got dragged. No, Cardi dragged you, Candace. If Cardi was extra nasty, she would have brought up your unborn child. But she didn't. Even I told you the best of luck to your child. And she will never learn her roots. That stiff-ass processed hair of hers that need to be cut. That shit is stiff as a motherfucker. And her edges are so nasty. Have I seen Candace Owens in the street? No. I don't want to see that skeletal ass looking ass chick. What I would have to say to her. She white on the inside. She want to be at the white man's table, but she didn't get invited to the RNC. Her and North Diamond and Silk. They don't want a bunch of minstrel shows at the RNC. They gave Vernon Jones a seat at the table. And Cardi does have brains and style. Cardi's actually a smart woman. Besides her ratchetness, she's a typical Bronx girl. But she's very smart. Her sister's very smart. And you basically attacking her sister because of her sexuality, Candace, you may like it. Who knows? And her husband do look like a pimple. He looked like pus. Straight up pus that comes out your face. Like, you know when you have those pimples, like right here, like right in your nose, like them really nasty, gross pimples? Because he looks so dry and white. And there's white men that look way better than him. I'm just saying. People like, why are you being disrespectful and being insulted? Because I'm tired of these right-wing, far-right conservative-ass motherfuckers. I am. I'm tired of looking at these motherfuckers every day. No matter how much long you turn off your TV, these motherfuckers always popping up, always saying some shit. I can't wait for Biden and Harris to win. Not just the country need integrity. We just need real leadership in this country. We do. And I'm dead serious. But until then, thank you for tuning in and watching. If you want more content, you can always subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's just simply my first name you see, my first and last name you see on my Twitter handle. But until then, you guys have a good night. Thank you.